Warren at Zuk's Off-Road, and I just want to say good morning again. Beautiful. It's the monsoon season here, so it's been raining every day. Today we're going to be talking about the best seats you can put into your Suzuki Samurai. I don't have any more of these seats, and I sold about 500-600 sets of them. But they're the 2014 to 2021 Town and Country second row. Those are the leather ones. Those are really nice. You can also get the cloth ones out of Dodge Caravans. Now, to adapt them to a Samurai, we have two different ways of doing that. Now, those of you that have got Samurai sliders, we're going to show you how to do our H adapters. And those of you that don't have sliders, we're going to show you the Z-peds. Both of those products are usually in stock. We sell a lot of them. But today we're just going to kind of show you how to do it, because I know there's some other videos out there showing you, and we've changed things up and made them easier for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the front two bolts on the floor for the sliders. We're going to take out the two rear bolts. I've already done that to save time. And then what you're going to do is just lean it back, and what you're going to find is that these sliders, whoops, I left the bolt in. These sliders are bolted to the corners of the Samurai seat. So when you have it leaning back like this, you're going to find 4 bolts in each corner. So I have already undone that. Now, this one will show you a close-up. This is how you get the cable, the release cable, to get out of the back seat. And what you have to do is you have to open up this crimp to get the ball out. So I've already done that, and it's easy to get the ball out. Now, I've got my sliders, got my seat, going to get this seat out of the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the sliders back, and we're going to loosely bolt those to the floor. I'm just going to put a couple bolts in real quick. Just to hold it there. Alright, we're going to start with the H adapter. So the H adapter, when you see it, looks like an H, kind of no-brainer there. But I do want to show you, when you look at the slots, you've got a short distance and you've got a long distance on the slot. So it's so simple. The long distance goes towards the door. So for a passenger, it would get bolted in like this. These H adapters, you get 2 of them. Unless you only need one, we'll sell you one. But anyways, they come with the hardware where you're going to lay this with the long slot here, and you're going to bolt that onto the seat. And that is how that H adapter goes. So you put 4 bolts in, and now you've got 2 rows of slots there, and this is what they're going to fit. Okay, so it's going to go into the back studs, and then you see here that when you took these off, you had 8mm 125 bolts. And that's what those are, and then 8mm by 125 nuts. We're just going to catch these 4 corners, and that's how the H adapter installs. Remember that the long before the slot is the door, and so here you see on this passenger seat, here's the adjusting bar to fold the seat over. What's really cool about these seats is that you're not sitting on metal. You're sitting on elastic and you're sitting on foam, so they're super comfortable. Now, a lot of you call me and go, hey, how about a 2008? It's not so much the year as it is this measurement right here. It is 9 3/4 of an inch from center to center. If you have 9 1/2, let's say. So if you have 9 1/2 inches on these 2 sliders, then you're good to go with the H adapters or the Z-peds. Now the Z-peds, they are 2 individual Z-peds. Obviously we call them a Z for a reason. And what they will get mounted like this. This time we're going to catch everything. We're going to get the 2 studs, we're going to get the bolt up here. And what I like about the Z-peds is that they'll give you some nice, smooth, clean storage underneath the seat, and it'll end up being the same height as the factory seats. Let's go ahead and show you the next step. What I like is a modern seat belt. When you think about the old Samurai seat belts, I can't tell you how many hundreds of times I've moved the seat and I've pinched my belly. So the reason why is because the seat belts are bolted to the tunnel. So I've already removed this one. This, by the way, is a 7/16 thread. It's not a metric thread. It's a 9/16 bolt right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this bolt out. There's a little plastic keeper here, and then you're going to put this bolt back in the floor. This seat belt can go onto the seat so that when you move, the seat belt goes with you and you don't get pinched. Now, the reason why I took this out to show you this is you are going to have to drill this hole to be larger for the silver bolt. Remember that silver bolt. We're going to be showing that to you in a minute. Alright, we're going to show you how to get the side covers off of the Town and Country seats. Now, keep in mind when you see them, you're not going to see them like this. You're going to see them with 150 pounds of the folding mechanism with the shocks and the springs and the plastic flaps. This is what it's going to look like when you strip all that stuff off. The sliders are welded. You're not going to get those off without ruining the seats. And so you just need to keep on bolting. I always tell people if you're going to go to the junkyard, bring bolt cutters because you've got some things coming up from the floor that you're just not going to be able to undo. Just cut it with the bolt cutters there. So what I'm going after right now is I'm going after the silver bolt I mentioned to put the seat belt in, because there's a spot for it to actually go through a hole over here. So how you get to that is you take this black carpet and just pull this down, and then you've got a screw in the back. You're going to save that screw, and then you've got some tabs to release. That's only one screw. That's all there is. Now the tabs, you'll see a still picture. It has a release, so we want you to very gently push down on the release to get these out without doing any damage. They come off. However, if you don't do it right, if you just pull them, you could break this plastic, and then you've got to talk to me about how to super glue them back on with baking soda. So we're going after the silver bolt that I was talking about. This is where it's going to go through the seat belt. You need the bolt out so you can see what size drill. So sometimes these bolts can be a little tight, but you can take that out all the way. And you're going to take it out because we've already removed the seat belt from Chrysler, which there's a little plastic keeper back here. You've got to knock that off. You've got to take the silver bolt out, and then the seat belt's just going to come off. Now we want to put in the Samurai seat belt. So we've got to drill the hole. We've got to put the bolt back in with the seat belt. Tighten the bolt really tight. Put the plastic cover back on. And now when you slide the seat belt's going to go with you. It's really the very best seats I've ever seen are these seats. And remember, if it's, I'm always saying 2014, but I have heard of some 2012s that actually work also. So anyways, that's the H adapters, that's the Z adapters, the Z-peds we call them. Thank you very much for watching the video. And now in the description, we're putting the link to the giveaway. So just look in the description. You can make comments, do all that stuff. I don't even want to tell you what to do. I got to earn your subscription. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your wheeling experience this weekend. God bless.